"Move, statue boy!" The shout tore through the chilly London morning, followed by the sharp splash of iced coffee hitting the cobblestones. Gasps rippled through the crowd gathered outside Buckingham Palace. Tourists froze mid-photo. Even the pigeons scattered into the gray sky. And there he was, a young man in designer shades and a shirt that screamed social media king. He was grinning, chest puffed out, his phone recording every second. In front of him stood the royal guard. Unmoving, unreadable, a wall of discipline wrapped in crimson and gold. Coffee droplets darkened the pristine ground by his boots. But he didn't flinch, not even once. Tyler Parker, 19, lived for attention. To him, the world was one big stage, and everyone else was just an audience. "Come on, guys," he laughed into his phone. "This guy's literally programmed not to move. Watch this." He stepped closer, waving a hand inches from the guard's face. "Yo, blink if you're human." The crowd murmured, uneasy. Some filmed, others turned away. But Tyler thrived on the discomfort. "Nothing? Man, this is too easy," he smirked. "You're trending material, buddy." Behind the crowd, an older man watched quietly. His coat was plain, his posture straight. His eyes calm, but sharp, followed every move. The guard remained silent, his jaw set, his gaze fixed ahead. But beneath that stoicism, something stirred. Not anger, but restraint. The kind only those trained in honor understand. Tyler, oblivious, leaned closer. "Bet you wish you could say something, huh?" A voice suddenly cut through the tension. "That's enough." The crowd turned. The older man stepped forward. His voice wasn't loud, but it carried authority, the kind that silences a room. Tyler frowned. "Who even are you?" The man's eyes didn't waver. "Someone who's seen more respect earned than thrown away." Tyler laughed, gesturing to his followers. "Bro, relax. It's just a prank." The man's tone hardened. "A prank ends when everyone's laughing. Do you see anyone laughing now?" Silence. For the first time, Tyler's smirk faded. The man stepped closer, eyes locked on him. "That guard you're mocking? He's standing where heroes once stood. Men who didn't move even when bombs fell nearby. Men who gave their lives so kids like you could mock them freely." A ripple of whispers swept through the crowd. The guard still didn't move, but his hand, by his side, tightened ever so slightly, discipline restraining pride. Tyler blinked, unsure how to respond. "You're being dramatic, dude. It's just." Before he could finish, two uniformed officers emerged from the gate. Calm. Serious. "Sir, step aside," one of them said to the man. Then, turning to Tyler, "You're coming with us." Inside the palace security room, Tyler sat slouched, arms crossed. "This is insane. I didn't even hit him." Across from him sat the same older man, now without his coat. The name tag on his chest read, Captain Arthur Hale. Tyler's jaw dropped. "Wait, you work here?" Arthur leaned forward, voice low. "For 30 years, I've served this uniform. I've buried men who never broke formation. Not for fame, not for views, but for duty." Tyler looked away. "It was just supposed to be funny." Arthur's gaze softened, but his tone didn't. "Funny isn't about making others small. It's about lifting them up. What you did wasn't a prank. It was arrogance." Tyler's phone buzzed on the table. The screen flashed with notifications, thousands of comments. But as Arthur turned the phone toward him, the words hit harder than any lecture ever could. "You went too far. Disrespectful brat. You humiliated yourself, not the guard." The color drained from Tyler's face. His viral moment had turned into public shame. Arthur stood, his voice steady. "You think you want fame. What you need is purpose. The difference? One fades when the camera turns off. The other doesn't." Tyler swallowed hard. "So what now?" Arthur looked at him for a long moment, then said quietly, "You make it right. Not for the internet. For yourself." The next morning, the sky hung low and heavy with mist. Tyler returned to Buckingham Palace. No cameras, no crew, just him holding 2 cups of coffee. The guard from yesterday stood in the same position, eyes forward. Tyler approached slowly, stopping a few feet away. The crowd whispered, recognizing him. He took a shaky breath. I came back to say sorry. Yesterday, I acted like a fool. He placed one coffee cup gently on the ground. You don't have to forgive me, but I needed to show I'm not that guy anymore. The guard didn't respond. By duty, he couldn't. But as Tyler stepped back, the guard's head tilted ever so slightly, acknowledging him. And that silent gesture, just a fraction of movement, hit harder than any words could. That night, Tyler uploaded a new video. No fancy editing, no music, just raw footage. He looked into the camera, eyes tired but honest. I threw coffee on a soldier to make people laugh. But what I learned was, respect isn't something you demand. It's something you give first. The video went viral not for shock, but for sincerity. Comments poured in from around the world. This is how you grow. Finally, a real influencer. Respect to you for owning it. Even Arthur Hale watched it quietly from his office. When it ended, he smiled faintly. Sometimes, he said to himself, discipline teaches what words cannot. The world doesn't need more people chasing views. It needs more people chasing values. Because respect, even when unspoken, can turn arrogance into honor. If this story touched your heart, subscribe and share it with someone who needs a reminder. True strength doesn't shout. It stands still.